Today, ladies, we are going to be creating this very summertime warm look, and I'm going to be using my favorite right now, my Athena palette. I love it. And I'm also going to be using my Coastal Scents that I purchased quite a while ago. But I'm also going to tell you which shades in here that I use. So if you guys want to purchase the Coastal Scents palettes yourselves, you can. Highly pigmented, super affordable, and boy do you get payoff. So if you're interested in how I created this look, by all means stay tuned and we'll get right to it. Thanks. Okay, so today we are going to create a very summery look. And I already have my face all done. My eyes are prepped, my lips are prepped, and I've done my cheeks. This is not a full face of foundation. All this is a little bit of concealer, some highlighter, some cheek blush, and eye prep. Lightest shade on first, and I'm going to be going for something a little bit different that you guys probably aren't going to be like on board for. You might, I don't see you guys probably trying to imitate this. Getting into this shade right here. Now this looks white to you on camera, but this is a very, very ivory shade with a monochrome gold effect. Polished ivory from Coastal Scents. Here, I'll show you guys. So I'm just coming right along the brow bone. So if you decide, you want to get this shade, it's really so beautiful. And you probably can't even pick that up on camera here, but at any rate, that's what we're doing right there. This yellow shade right underneath it, it's kind of a, it's pretty warm. It's a pretty warm shade, but I definitely want that in my crease. I'm going to be building the crease color up down to where I'm ready to create the cut crease. So I'll tell you, orange mousse, but it is far from what I would call orange. It's definitely a very, makes me think of sunshine, and that's one of the reasons that I'm creating this look today, is because it is a rainy, gloomy day here, and I am ready for some freaking sunshine. I'm gonna start fairly high up here, and I'm just barely touching that shadow. These pots are so pigmented, you guys. Seriously, Coastal Scents does not get enough love. I'm telling you, they really are a fantastic company. If you haven't checked out Coastal Scents, shame on you. You should, because they are fabulous. If you have good shadows, you can create a look so effortlessly. It's incredible. It really does make a difference. These shadows are so highly pigmented that, if you're heavy-handed with them, of course you're going to have trouble, because they are very heavy pigmented, and you might get them stuck somewhere and have some drag. But just prep your eyes properly, and make sure you do good prep before you start to apply the shadow, and then you'll find that your eyeshadows will go on so much nicer. And as a eyeshadow primer, I use the MAC Painterly, in case you're wondering. We're going to stay real warm still. I'm going to be getting into this shade right here. Hopefully you can see that. Right, Persian Peach. So that's what we're going to be using. To create the gradient downward, I'm going to be using the same fluffy brush, just picking it up on the edge, and I'm going to come down a little bit farther on the eyelid. In my crease area, I'm just going to be bringing that shade down a little lower so that I'm creating a gradient effect into the socket line. It's hard to explain. It's a complicated look. At any rate, because I want the gradient effect, I'm going to be, because my lid color is really a cool tone lid, so I'm going to be stepping into, I think I'll get into this shade here, this one right here. Now, on camera, this to me looks like a dusty rose, and Coastal Scents is calling it magenta pink. I'm here to tell you this is not what I would call a magenta pink. This to me is more of a dusty, mauve-y, deep shade. You know, it has some grayish undertones to it. So I don't know why they named it that, but to me it's named wrong. That shade I just showed you. Okay? And I'm going to be going right into the socket line with it. I'm patting it in first, just right into the socket line. I want those two colors to marry together. So I'm going to work at blending them together. And I want just a little bit more of a marriage between the yellow and the, what they're called, fuchsia shade right here. And I'll tell you what that is. It's called Peach Brew. Very warm shade. It's showing up darker on camera for some reason. It's not as dark as it appears on camera, but I'm going to be picking that up on the edge of this brush ever so slightly, just a little bit. And I'm going to come out here, right on the edge where that pink comes and the yellow. And I'm going to marry that together right out here on the outer edge. And bring it in. Just like that. So when one color stops, the next one starts, and you don't know where that takes place. You can't see any visible lines. They just melt into one another. That's what I'm trying to achieve. Now, we washed that pink out a little bit, so I'm going to pick up the pink again and just give it a little bit of a pop off and just pop it up a little bit. Outer edge, so you guys can see. And just dragging it into the crease line just to revitalize that shade in there. Part of me wants to darken that up a little bit. I think I will. I think I'm going to get into my Athena palette, and I'm going to get into this purpley shade right here. We're going to just use that same brush that we used for the very pinky shade, and we're going to pick up this purple shade, and we're going to go right where we were with the pink, but we're going to come in just right underneath that, just to give it another dimension. Oh, that's so pretty. Now we're going to create our cut crease, so I'm going to be getting out my creamy e.l.f. This is what we're going to use to cut that crease. I've got a nice synthetic flat shader brush. I'm just going to pick up that product. It's kind of hard to get out of the jar. So I'm filling out, I've patted it onto my hand, and I'm making sure that I've not got like any clumps or lumps or anything like that. That's going to go onto my lid, and we're going to go ahead and cut that crease. So just laying this color right on the lid. Pretty shade, and you could just leave it right here and just, you know, do this and it'd just be fine. But I want to go farther. Yes, I want to do more. I adore this palette, you guys. Okay, so there's this, I would call it a duochrome shade right here that is just, oh, it's so pretty. It's like a pink, purple, gold. It is, I don't know, it's so freaking gorgeous. And what it's called is Epic. It is so damn beautiful. So I'm picking up my flat shader, my synthetic shader, and I'm loading it right over that cream that we've just put there. Oh my God, that is so beautiful. Oh, that is so gorgeous. Just absolutely stunning. And I'm debating, like, I'm seriously debating, like, what do I want to do on that outer edge, because I really want it to have like a summer morning or summer evening sunset kind of a vibe. Let's use that on the outer edge. It's so beautiful. I'm going to use the same brush. This palette is so gorgeous. I can't say enough good about it, really. It's so beautiful. So stunning, seriously. Oh, girls, this is so pretty. I'm going to take this shade right here from the Athena palette. It's a yellow shade, and it is called, lettering is too soon, Purity. I'm going to take the Purity shade, and just to bring in a little bit more yellow. So much pigment. Girls, right out here on the outer edge. Just pat it. So there we have it. That's the finished look. So I'm going to bring you in really close just before I put on my eyeliner and mascara so you can see all of the colors, how they marry together and how they look together before I apply eyeliner and mascara. I think it's beautiful. Okay, so now that you've gotten a close-up, I'm going to go ahead and put on my eyeliner and mascara and then show you the final look. Okay, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed the look. If you did, by all means, give me a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe. And as always, love yourselves and be kind to others. Bye, guys.